a couple minutes late here. I was helping out my good friend Jake with one of his presentations for our biomechanics class tonight. So sorry that I'm a little late, but I am here as always, and we are about to get started right now. So let me grab my handy dandy timer over here, and then I'll run through the good old script as always. Hope you guys are having a great Monday out there. I know that my Monday's going pretty damn well. Dang well, excuse me. Sorry for anyone who doesn't want to hear that awful language I have. But all right. So thank you for joining me. As always, my name is Adam Fox. Oh, that is a very loud ping. Let me get rid of that. Sorry about that, guys. Come on. There we go. Technology, man. I love it. So my name's Adam Fox. I'm 1/3 of Connected Community Health Support along with my two partners, Seth Spicer and Jacob Carroll. We're here bringing you free virtual bodyweight exercise programming 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, where Mr. Seth himself takes the reins from 7:30. Jacob goes at 12 o'clock noon, and yours truly, goes from 5:30 onwards. So this week is day number 13. Give yourself a pat in the back. You made it this far. This is week number 5. So as always, this is a progressive program, and we will be building from the bottom up. So if you guys join in, this is your first time ever joining in, you can always go back and catch the old sessions that will progress you to this point. As always, they're on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, so you guys can go catch them at any point in time. So the reason we are doing this as a group, the three of us, is because we want to eliminate all the barriers to exercise. You know, whether that's not having an access to the gym or not liking gyms or being apprehensive of like the stigmas that come with the gyms, you know, the big meatheads or the girls that look almost, too fake in a sense, but basically just trying to get you guys, we want to be your outlet for movement. So say that whether you're a beginner or someone that's considering himself more of an expert at movement, we want to be your outlet. So you can come learn how to do these movements, get a really good workout in, burn some fat, or if you already know how to do some of these movements, come in, get an active recovery. Say you're like a sports player or something like that. We get a little active recovery, get some good movement in after a long day's work. And also, we are doing this because we really do believe that health and fitness should be accessible for everyone and not just those with the access to a gym or weights or the financial ability to get those expensive gym memberships. Because I know I can't afford a $100 a month membership. So that's why we're doing this. You can come here, log on, and just get a nice little 30 to 45 minute workout in and then go about your day, not having to worry about, getting your gym bag ready or going to the gym and coming back and the commute and everything. So we take all of that away for you. And that's why we're doing this. So if you want to find us or you want to learn more about any of the stuff that I just blitzed through, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at ConnectedCHS. And as always, if this is your first time joining on and you have any underlying health issues, be it knee, shoulder, or ankle issues, any type of joint issues, or heart and blood pressure issues, anything like that, please go talk to your doctor first to get a clearance, just to make sure that, we're not going to kill you in here, but we want you to be safe prior to joining on. So as always, all you need, and you're going to see me do this every single day, all you need is enough space, about 8x8 space, to throw your arms around a little bit and your legs. All these exercises, as always, are modifiable to match your desired intensity. Now remember, a burn is good and pain is bad. So if you feel any pain, cut it off, throw it away. Comment in the chat and what's going on, and I'll try to adjust on the fly for you. So today's workout, as promised from last week, we are moving up with the overall duration of the workout and the overall work to rest duration as well. So today's going to be a 45-minute workout, 3-minute warm-up, 3-minute cool-down. Like always, we're always going to give you that same warm-up, cool-down slot. And there's going to be 8 exercises like usual. All 8 exercises ran through 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then run through 2 more times. The work-to-rest ratio, like I said, is increased. It's now 45 seconds of work with 45 seconds of rest. So we're trying to build you up to getting that work to rest ratio. Work higher to rest lower. We're going to build you up on a nice equal work to rest ratio today. And remember, like I said, it's a 52-week program. So stick with us and we'll get you to whatever your fitness and health goals are. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, I'll make sure you guys can see me. Perfect. So first thing we're going to start with, the open and close gait, just like so, bringing that hip up, getting some nice range of motion, bringing it back down. Now remember, if your range of motion is only to right here, that's totally fine. That's your range of motion. We're going to work within your range of motion. We're going to progress you to have a greater range of motion over these 52 weeks. Just gotta stick with us. Right? Do about 5 to 10 on that side. Come over, switch sides. Get some more on this side right here. As you can see, I don't have my tiger blanket today. I'm doing laundry, so sorry for all of you that join in just to see that beautiful tiger on my bed. I apologize. So do a couple more here. Then we're going to do some leg swings. So remember, as always, balance is your best friend. And if you don't have it, grab onto a wall. Balance in your wall. The wall is your best friend because balance is your best friend. We don't want anyone falling, nothing like that. So if you're feeling a little unstable, just grab onto the wall. Do some nice swings like so. Get that hip capsule nice and warmed up after a long day of work. Or maybe you're joining us from the other side of the world, you're just waking up, or just going to bed. I'm honestly not sure. Wherever you're joining us from, just getting that hip capsule nice and loosened up. A couple more here. Now we're going to move on to the T-spine rotation. So with the hands out in front of you like so. Track that hand with your eye. Bring it behind your body. Ooh, I'm tight today. And bring it back. Now alternate sides if you want, or we can do all 5 to 10 on one side like so. This helps kind of get you out of that desk posture that's so prevalent in today's working society. It's very common for people to be hunched over like this all day, so we're trying to open you up. It's very transferable to every day. We do this every time we get in our car, or at least we should do this every time we get in our car, to reach over to see if there's anyone behind us. And if you don't, that's okay. I use my mirrors too. So, but getting to the next one here, we're going to be doing some neck circles. So just like so. You can do half circles like this and bring them back, or you can do full circles. All we're trying to do is get some neck range of motion in there, circle it out. Same thing, trying to loosen up that neck as well, because I know that it can be a real pain to have a nice tight neck afterward from sitting over, hunched over like that. So now we're going to go left to right. So left, find a spot on each wall, go to the left, go to the right, go to the left, the right, so on and so forth. A couple more of these, and we're going to do up downs. So looking down, find a spot on the ground, preferably in between your ankles, and look up, find a spot up top, and look down, and up top, and look down, just like so. I have these nice black marks from my kettlebells, which my landlord does not know about it, so we're going to keep it like that, right? All right. So next ones we got are the arm circles. So we can do Mr. Miyagi, little wishy-washy, clean like this, the little guys, clockwise, counterclockwise, or we can do full big ones like so. Whatever feels better for you guys. Remember, this is all about you guys, modifiable for you, made for you for free, because we love you. We never even met you. At least I don't think we've met most of you, but that's totally fine. All right, keep on doing some more big swings here. I'm going to get started on the demonstration for the first exercise. So today, the first thing we're doing, just like usual, we're doing bent over, picking up off the ground. So all we're doing, pushing the hands into the hips, get that nice neutral back, bend over, and pick it up. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So we're going to come down, pick it up, put it back down. And what I meant with the alignment, if you put your hands on your hips, drive those hands to the knee, it will align that lower back nice and straight for you. So it'll give your brain a reference point of what you want it to do. So now, with this reference point of bent over position being this, all you have to do is bend over, pick up whatever that is on the ground, and stand back up. And if these are too easy for you, because we are doing this for 45 seconds, remember, so you might want to pace yourself a little bit in the beginning. We can do the bridges like so. So we're going to have a straight line from our armpits to our knees, pushing up. So we're that straight line, so not like this or like this, but nice and even like so. We're stopping here in 2, 1, and cut it. Good job, guys. Made it through the first one. Good job, good job. All right, the next one we're doing is a little bit different. So instead of doing the overhead snow angels, thank you. It's raining out, so I wasn't thinking snow. Instead of doing those, we are now going to go from the same bent over position as we were just in for the reaches. and we're going to do bear hugs like so. So you're going to reach around, kind of like similar to the cool down shoulder or the hugs. You're going to touch, reach around, give yourself a hug, alternate hands, bring the hands up as high as you can, just like so. We still got another about 15 seconds on the rest here. So this is a good time to utilize it. We'll get a drink break, whatever you need to do. If you feel like getting some more stretching in, go ahead and do it. We got about 5-ish. I'm not good at counting, but we got about 5 more seconds till we get started with the bent over bear hug. Starting here in 2, 1, and begin. So bring those arms up, give yourself a hug, give yourself a hug. And if you don't like being in this bent over position, it doesn't feel good, we can do these standing, but it's preferable. We're trying to get you a little bit more gravity resisted, like in this position. So we're going to try to get you to here. All we're doing, bring those arms up, hugging yourself, bring those arms up, alternating each time. And all you have to think about is giving yourself a hug and bringing your the backs of your hands to the sky. Hug to the sky. Hug to the sky. And we're stopping here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, guys. I think that was 45 seconds. Yes. Sorry, it's a little hard to get the timing down now with the 45-second change. So bear with me here. It's going to be a little rough the first session, maybe 2, so I don't mess up the timing on my end. So the next one we're doing, back to the good old-fashioned lateral raises like so. So grab some resistance if you need it. Start with your hands at your side like so. Bring them up and back down. Just like that. Ain't nothing too crazy unless you want it to be. You can grab as much weight as your shoulders can handle. Just don't blow your shoulders out. Does not feel good. Never done it, but I know a couple people that have. So starting with those here in 3, 2, 1, and begin. Bring them up. Just like so. We're just trying to reach as high up as we can without arching that lower back like this. So you're trying to keep the arms just about even. So my range of motion, I always talk about working inside your range of motion. My range of motion is about right here. So once I go further, I start to arch my back, the shoulders start to dip in. You don't want that. So the last 3 seconds here, guys. 2, 1, and stop. There we go. There we go. Good job. All right, next one, we are on to 15, start 30. Sorry, just talking to myself. Next one we're doing are the knee raises, marches. So we're going to, very similar to what we did last week for the variation of the inchworm. So we're just going to hold here for a second, hold here for a second, and then repeat. And remember, if you want to make these a little bit more aerobic, this is going to put some more pressure, on the joint, so you don't have to do this. This is a no jumping circuit training, so you can do the high knees like this if you so please. We're starting with that in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So bring the knee up, hold it, bring the knee up, hold it like so, bring the knee up. We're just going to hold that, and you can increase the pace like this, make it a little bit harder. Remember, this is an aerobic style of training in nature, so bring it up, just like so. And like I said, remember, the faster you go, the harder it is. We're just trying to keep your heart rate up for these 45 seconds the entire time. We're giving you that big rest period of 45 seconds after, so you can acclimate to this new amount of stress that we're throwing at you. Remember, I told you this is going to be a progressive 52-week program. It's going to get hard. So we're stopping here in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Good job, guys. There we go. All right, this next one we got, it's a little bit of a change up. So we're doing lateral squats this week. So for lateral squat, you can start on either the left side or the right side. All you want to do, bring the leg out like this. You can do a quarter squat like this. But the whole point of this is to push the butt back. So same thing, pretend like you're sitting in a chair that's over here, and you only want to sit in it with the one side of your butt. So then when you come over here, same thing, come up, and same thing, come up, and then go to the other side, same thing, come up. And we're starting here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to come over here, come up, and you can do it either way. So I like to do the squat like so, and then bring my leg over. So doing the squat like so, bring the leg over, doing the squat like so, bring the leg over, just like that. And if that's a little bit too easy, you can go farther to the ground, like so, then bring the leg over. Farther to the ground, like so, bring the leg over, just like that. As you see, I kind of do a little stutter step there at the end to get myself back into the position. And that's totally fine. As long as you're hitting both sides, that's all that matters. I think I might have messed up the timing here, so we're going to do 10 more seconds just to make sure. Stopping in 5, 4, 3, 2, and cut it. That is a very odd movement, so if you guys have any questions about how to perform that better, some better cues I didn't give, shoot them in the chat, and I will be more than willing to help you guys out with that. All right, next one we got are the wall and floor presses. So same thing as the last couple weeks. If you're not comfortable, excuse me, you're not comfortable going to the floor, that's totally fine. We're going to do them from the wall like this. The farther you put your legs out, the harder it's going to be. So we're going to come down nice and slow and do a 3 count, push away, nice and slow to a 3 count, push away. Same thing if we're going from our knees. I will demonstrate that starting in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So we're going to come down nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, and then push up. Same thing, but you want to pretend as if that ground smells real bad and you're trying to get push your whole body away from it like so. Come down nice and slow, and then push away. So come down nice and slow, and push away like so. Now remember, if that's a little bit too easy, but the leg extended push up like this is still a little bit too hard, we can do a nice slow descend like this. 1, 2, 3, and then put the knees into the ground and push up like that. And we are stopping with those here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and cut it. Good job, guys. All righty. I know I'm feeling this extra 15 seconds. I don't know about you guys, but I'm already starting to sweat. Maybe that's just because I got a motor mouth, but either way, it's a good thing, right? So the next one moving on to are the bent over standing pullbacks, standing or bent over. So we're going to start from the same bent over position, just like with the reach to the ground reference point. Okay, put the hips in a nice position. Now we're going to go backwards, up, backwards, up. So if you were with us last week, you can remember that we did the eyes just like this, very similar. Now we're just bringing them back like so. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So bring them up, bring them back, bring them up, bring them back, like so. And the only thing I want you to think about, after you get into this nice aligned position, is bringing the hands all the way up, bringing the hands all the way back, bringing the hands all the way up, bringing them all the way back. And if that's a little too hard, you feel like you're kind of cramping up a little bit, you don't like it, then we can do them standing, same thing, up and back, up and back, like so. We got about 10 more seconds here, guys. Remember, we always want to try to get you closer to the ground because it's increased resistance by gravity. Stopping here in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Good job, guys. All right. Grab a drink if you need it. This next one's going to be a little difficult. Let me move all my plethora of gym equipment out of the way so I can show you. So this next one, we want to get you guys to the floor like I've talked about a couple times. And one of the best ways to do that is to teach you guys to be comfortable with getting to the floor. So if you're not comfortable, you're never going to get to the floor. So we're going to start with the inchworm like we did last week. We're going to walk out like so, and then walk back in. Now, the harder version that we're going to show you guys is the bear crawl. So we're going to walk out like so, bringing the knees an inch off the ground, and we're going to do little tiny movements like so. We're starting with that right now. My apologies. And remember, if you don't feel comfortable moving, you can just stand still or bear crawl still like this. Bring opposite arm, opposite leg off the ground. Opposite arm, opposite leg off the ground like so. Just to give you a demonstration, head on here. when you are crawling forward, we want the head straight onward, like so, moving opposite arm, opposite leg in tandem together. Just like this. Come back around here. We got 8 more seconds, guys. Stick with me. And also, if you can't do it, just hold this position. You get the same effect. Stop it in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Whew. Those bear crawls are hard, so it's all right. You know, we got 3 sessions this week, as always, so it's all right if you don't quite get in this session. Do the inchworms. Try to get into the bear crawl position. If you can't, it's totally fine. We'll get them next week, or next session, excuse me. All right, so we are moving on to the beginning, going back through all 8. Reach to the ground. Oh, there you are. Reach to the ground or bridge. Remember, whichever one you feel more comfortable with. If you're not comfortable with the ground, we're going to do this one. And I'm going to start here in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So remember, hands on hips, push into knees, align that lower back, pick up the foam roller, put it back down, pick it up, put it down. And it's totally all right if you guys aren't on the ground. The one thing that we want to kind of get you guys used to, though, is doing this, keeping the motion going for the 45 seconds, because this is going to get up to 1:30 of work. So the whole point that we're trying to hit on is to get you guys to just keep moving for that entire 45 seconds or 1:40 seconds. Even if you're only doing, you know, say you're only doing this, that's totally fine as long as you stay moving the entire time. We're stopping here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, guys. There we go. We are almost halfway through. Thanks for sticking around with me. I appreciate it. And I'm glad you guys are here. I know I can't see all of your beautiful faces, but I know I appreciate you guys being here with me today. So moving on to the next one. Remember, we're doing the bent over bear hugs, new movement to the program this week. So same thing, bent over position. Remember, like I said, your brain's a lot smarter than you. So if you can get your brain to understand a reference point, i.e. bent over position like this, you can start all these bent over movements from this position, make it much easier on yourself. We're starting with that in 5, 4, 3, 2, and begin. So bring the arms up. It's kind of similar to the T's that we used to do with the T, Y's, and I's, but now doing the T and then giving yourself a big pat on the back, aka a bear hug. You want to alternate which arm goes in front first. So as you can see here, I'm doing right arm in front, left arm in front, just like so. Give you guys another view on this side. I'm not sure you really need it, but that's okay. All right. Give yourselves a big pat on the back. And just keep working. Got another couple seconds here, guys. Stick with me. Power through. Last 5 here. 3, 2, 1, and done. Good job. Good job. All right. On to the next one. So, what is it? You guys remember from last set? I keep forgetting. I can't hear you. Lateral raises. Next one we're on to. So, go ahead and grab that resistance. Say you got a nice big heavy textbook that you never read right here. All you have to do, pick it up to the side, keep that wrist nice and strong like this. So you don't want to have the wrist bent or broke like that. You want to have the wrist nice and strong, keeping it nice and flat in line with those other joints farther up the string, or the chain, excuse me. Alrighty, so we're starting here in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So bring the arms up like so. Remember, if you have that resistance, make sure keeping those wrists strong. Bring it up to just about here, but remember, everyone's range is going to be a little bit different. So your range is going to be different than my range. It's going to be different than my girlfriend's, than my parents', than any of the people I train. So don't feel discouraged if you don't think that your range of motion is enough. Say that you only get to right here. That's totally fine. It's a 52-week program. We're going to work your butt off to get to where your range improves. I promise. Got another 10 seconds here, guys. I don't know about you, but I am sweating. Good Monday sweat day, right? Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Good job. Good job. Go ahead and grab a drink if you need it. I know I do, so I probably don't even need to tell you to do that. But I did anyway. So next one we got, go back to the knee raises. Up here, holding, up here, holding, or going a little bit faster. I kind of like this extended 45 seconds because now all the time that I was getting cut off talking last week, it's not happening anymore. So it's kind of nice to be able to explain everything more in depth. And if anyone's, I know a couple people are out there, but if you guys are out there, you can hit me in the chat with any comments, questions, and whatnot. I have a lot more time to respond now. So win-win for everybody. Starting with those in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So bring them up. Bring them up. Remember, this is supposed to be aerobic in hold. You want to get more of like a cardio workout from this. Just keep the legs moving. Don't stop the movement. Just keep going. Keep going. Still got some time here. So just keep on working, keep on pushing. The only goal I want you guys to think about is bringing that knee to your hand. Your brain loves task-oriented goals. So just the only goal I want you to think about is bringing that knee to the hand. Stopping with this in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, good job. All right, these last ones I feel like I didn't really explain very well. So whichever leg you start on, you're gonna come out like this, and then come back up, and then over like this, and then repeat the same. Wait, whoopsie. See, I just messed it up again, I think. Hold up. 1 this way, come over. 1 that way, come over. Just like so. And then repeat over this way, and repeat. Remember, you can drop down lower. If you have the range of motion to drop down like that, go ahead. We're going to work you there, just like sitting down in a chair, but now you're only getting that one side down in the chair. Starting with these in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So coming down like that, coming over, coming down like so, coming over. And remember, I want you guys to pretend like you're sitting down in that chair. So let me demo from this side. You're coming down, sitting down in that chair, standing back up. If you only have a little bit of range of motion, that's totally fine. You're coming down, standing back up, switching legs, coming down, standing back up. And like I said, even if your range of motion is just this right here, still better than it was yesterday because you weren't doing these. So stick with us, keep powering through. Got another 5 seconds here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, guys. Pushing through. That's what I'm talking about. My little support army behind those screens. I know you're there. You're supporting us. We really appreciate that. Everyone here at CCHS, I know, not just myself included, appreciate all of you guys and sticking with us through all these streams we're doing. So moving on to the next one, back to the wall and floor press. So remember, like I said, we can do this from the wall. That's a little bit too easy for you. We're going to go to the kneeling or the full push-up, which I will demonstrate again, a nice easy way to transition from that kneeling to a full push-up. So we're starting with that in about 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and begin. So from the knees, nice solid base. So if I was to come over and push you, I'm not gonna. You'll wobble a little bit, but you won't fall. Coming down, nice and slow for a 3 count. Pushing back up. Coming down, nice and slow for a 3 count. Pushing back up, like so. Now remember, your body and brain need to be comfortable with whatever the load you're trying to make it accept, i.e. your body weight from a full leg extended push-up position. So we're going to make it accept this load for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And then bring it back to the knees so it's nice and comfortable doing this again. So 1, 2, 3 from the knees, push up. Stopping this in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Good job, good job, good job, guys. All right. We're powering through this today. We are halfway through the workout. Give yourself some mini pats on the back. We're not done yet. And you could leave, even though I know you won't, because you love seeing my, I'm not going to say beautiful. It's not. But you love seeing my face in these exercises. So I know you haven't left me quite yet. So next one. Doing the bent over pullbacks again. Start with that in about 15 seconds. Take a drink if you need it. And remember, reference point. Hands to knees, lower back, Nice and flat, not hunched like this or arched up like that. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So bring those arms up, bring those arms back, bring those arms up, bring those arms back. And work within your range. The same thing with the lateral raises. You can only go right here until you start arching. Only go to right here. And same thing on this. You can only go to right here before you start dumping the shoulders. Only go to there. We're going to work within your range of motion, get you to be able to do these by the end of this beautiful session, or sorry, beautiful program that my partners and I put together for you. And up and down. Same thing, you can do a little rhythm to it. Up, down, down. Or maybe you don't want to do that, or you can because there's no one watching you, unlike myself. Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. There we go, guys. Good job, good job, good job. Next one we got are the inchworms and the crawl. So I just want to, again, emphasize that if you guys are not comfortable getting all the way to the ground, the inchworms are a great way to get you comfortable because your brain has to experience it a little bit to be comfortable with it. Because you can't, it's not like the people that, I know it's kind of abstract, but the people that, go surfing on those massive waves. It's not like they woke up one day and it's like, I want to go surf a 50-foot wave. No, they worked their way up to it so that that 50-foot wave was comfortable. That's what we're trying to get you to do with the ground-based stuff. We're trying to work your way up to getting to the grounded position, like so. So we got another 10 seconds here on the break, and then we're going to get right into it. Starting with the inchworms in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming down like so, and then coming back up. Remember, for the inchworms, bending those knees, coming down, getting as far out as you can, and then walking it right back. If you want to make it a little harder on yourself, we're going to come down like so. Now you can stop like this, put your knees on the ground, and then take them off the ground, and just hold this for as long as you can. I promise you're gonna get some burn going here, and you're gonna feel it. Now, say this is a little bit too easy for you. We're gonna do pick the arm up, pick the leg up. So I don't know if you guys can see me. You don't have to do the extension like that. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. Bring the arm off, bring the leg off, bring the arm off, and bring the leg off. And stop. Oh, no. Sorry. You got 10 more seconds. My apologies. Whoopsies. See, I told you it was gonna mess me up a little bit. Stopping here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Good job. I might have just went a minute, so my apologies, guys. I'm going to give you a full minute for a cool down because I definitely did just go for a minute. So I know that's one of the toughest movements we've done. So probably not the best one to gas you guys out on, but no worries because we're still moving and grooving. So going back to the top of the set, like I said, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of extended break because I'm even out of breath right now. Whew. That's also because I got a mouth that moves a mile a minute. So another 30 seconds here, going back to the reach to the ground. Now, if you're comfortable enough getting to the ground, but you've been doing the reaching to the ground, I'm going to challenge you to now do the inchworm. So got 20 seconds left, so you got time. Do the inchworm, get into this position, and then put yourself on your back like so, and do the bridges from this position. And I'm going to be doing them with this, so don't worry. We're starting in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So pushing up. And you can go at your pace. Say that you're not comfortable just banging through or, banging them out like this. You can do them at a nice slower pace. Slow down the descend a little bit, like so. Slow it down, bring it up. Slow it down, bring it up. When you guys are pushing, make sure you're pushing your entire foot into the ground, not just your tiptoes and not just your heels. Your entire foot into the ground, pushing up, keeping that straight line from your shoulders / armpits all the way to the knees. Remember, for those of you that are still standing, no worries, totally fine, but all you're doing is bending over and picking back up. Stopping in 2, 1, and cut it. Good job. Good job, guys. All right. We're blowing through this last set. Aside from me, messing up the timing, we're doing really good on timing right now. So next one, going back to the bent over bear hugs. Just in case, you're ever in the wilderness and you have to protect yourself from animals. you're going to be able to know how to bear hug really well. That was such a bad joke. Really don't know why some of you guys stick around. I hope it's laughing with me, not at me, but either way, as long as you're smiling, I don't care if you're laughing with me or at me. So we're starting with the bent over bear hugs in 2, 3, 2, 1, and begin. So remember, reference point, push down, and go. Just like so. Bring them up. You see how I was kind of stopping like this? You can stop like that, but we're trying to get that full shoulder abduction and adduction. Those are just fancy words for bringing out and then bringing back in. So we're just coming up like this, grabbing and coming back, touching and coming back, either or, whatever feels the best for you guys. And if you don't like the bent over position, you can do this standing. It's just not going to be the same resistance from gravity. So you're not going to get as much of you're not going to feel it as much. So we're trying to get you to this position more so. Stopping in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. Excuse me. Really, I stopped eating before the stream. I feel like I say this every single stream. But that's all right. Nutrition is very important. So don't take my bad advice of having a poor eating timing schedule. So moving on to the next one here. We're going to be doing the lateral raises. So go grab that cat or dog that's got a harness on it. Lift it up to the sides. Work within your range of motion as always. We don't want you going way up here, arching the back, and hunching the shoulders in like so. Starting with lateral raises here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, hopefully. Bringing them up like this. It's 5 weeks in now, so this may be the best week to add resistance. Say that you guys have been just doing the body weight like I have for the past couple weeks. Now, maybe you fill up a couple water bottles prior to you starting, and then you use those water bottles as the resistance. Not too much, but just a little bit, so you have a little bit more of gravity fighting against you. So you tone out those shoulder muscles, or called boulder shoulders, whatever you want to call them, and it's just getting your heart rate up. So that is always a good thing. Stopping with these in 3, 2, 1, and cut it. Good job, guys. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm holding true to the 45 seconds. Can't 100% tell because I'm just going off my phone, going from 15 to 30 to 45, and then to back down to 0 again. So I hope I'm holding true. If I'm not, someone let me know in the chat, and I'll make sure to get on top of that. So next one we got. It's back to those knee raises. This is really good transfer for everyday life as well, because there's a lot of times in gait, which is just walking, where you're forced to stabilize in a single leg. If you don't have that ability to stabilize, it's gonna be a little bit harder for you to navigate your surroundings. So it's a great way to get better balance and a little core activation. Starting here in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So bring it up nice and fast, like so. Or remember, this is not a jumping. There's no jumping in this routine unless you want it to be. You can do the high knees, and I'll tell you what, doing this for 45 seconds straight, your heart rate's gonna get up there. I promise you. You used to have to do those for one of the conditioning programs I was in at Union College, and that was not a lot of fun, but you sure do feel good after, I'm not gonna lie. So that's the whole point we do this, right? Feel good, look good, get them happy, brain chemicals released, get you out of bed, get you out of your chair, whatever it may be, get some good quality movement in. So you have 5 more seconds on these. Stopping right now. Good job, guys. My apologies. I'm still making sure I'm getting everything down with the timing. So bear with me here for this first week as we switch over to 45 seconds. So next one we got is the lateral squats. So chair's right there. Pretend, invisible chair. All you're doing, sitting down in that chair and coming back up. Then you're going to shuffle over this side, sit down in that chair, and then come back up. Shuffle over again, and repeat just like so. And remember, if you have the range of motion, you can go down this low, but only if you have the range of motion. I've been doing these for a long time. That's why I can do it. Not everyone's going to be able to do it. We're going to work you to it, I promise. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So sit down in that chair, come back up. Shuffle over, sit down in that chair, come back up. Now your hands, you kind of use as a fulcrum for balance. So it's totally fine if your hands go out in front of you. Now you're just extending your center of mass this forward over the knee so you can get a little bit more balance. So that's totally fine if you guys are doing that. Actually might be a little bit of the easier way and a better way to stabilize doing those. I'm really glad we finally got to these. This is one of my favorite movement patterns. Absolutely love this. It's a great single leg stability and muscle builder, if you will. So we're stopping with these in 3, 2, 1, and last one here, and cut it. Good job, guys. We are almost done with the entire workout. 3 more exercises, and then you guys, wait, nope, can't get out of here yet. Got to do the cool down with me real quick. Then you can get out of here on for the rest of your Monday night or Monday morning or Monday midnight, wherever you may be joining us from. So another about 20 seconds here. I'm going to go over the last 2. Back to the bent over pullbacks. We're just trying to get some good shoulder range of motion. I know how I was talking earlier about wanting to open up the chest. It's another really good way to open up the chest, get those shoulders used to this movement pattern. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and begin. So reference point, remember, I know you all do because you're really smart. Put your hands down, push into the knees, and now just bring the arms up like so. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, rotate those thumbs to the sky like so, and then come back, rotate the thumbs. So it's almost like you're trying to stab the ceiling with your thumbs. That's what I always try to cue people into. Always external, guys. Don't think about the muscle actions going on inside. Think about what the goal is externally. Remember, that's always the name of the game with CCHS. Stopping here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, good job. I don't know if you guys heard that, but that is my sausage and peppers and potatoes going in the oven. I cannot wait to eat some of that. Thank you. Shout out to my roommate Parks for that. And my lovely girlfriend Katie for putting it in right now for me. So on to the next one. We got about 10 more seconds here to rest. So remember, onto the inchworm and the bear crawl. So the inchworm, we're just trying to get you more comfortable with the ground. Starting with that here in 3, 2, 1, and begin. So bend down a little bit like so. Put your hands on the ground. Walk it out like so. And then come back up like so. And remember, this is a preparatory movement to get you into the bear crawl. So you see how similar that transition is? So from here, doing the inchworm, to coming down now, doing the bear crawl. And remember, for the bear crawl, you want to keep the knees about 1 inch off the ground like so, and the knees and the hands in line, so they're about shoulder width apart. Can't remember when I started, so we're going to go for another 15 seconds. Oh, wait, never mind. Yep, we are done right about now. Perfect. My apologies, guys. Still getting the hang of this time switch. Like I told you, I'm sure you are too. So, like always, give yourselves a pat on the back. You made it through. Good job. Now stick around with me for the cool down as always. First thing we're going to start with, very similar to those bear hugs. We're just going to give yourself, first, take a second. Let's take some deep breaths in the nose, out of the mouth. Calm yourself down a little bit after doing that very strenuous bear crawl and inchworm. So during this cool down as well, I want to make sure that you guys are always, always, always breathing through the entire cool down. So big inhale through the nose, big exhale through the mouth. And while you're doing that, we're going to do little bear hugs like this, the standing version of bear hugs. That's why when I was demonstrating for the bear hugs, I wanted to make sure you guys were doing it from the bent over position, because this really doesn't get as much of a, you don't really get as much of a, I don't want to say burn, but you don't get, it doesn't feel the same. Doing it bent over, you get a lot more benefits. It's more of an actual pulling or pressing motion than this is. This is just sort of like a stretch and a cool down. So remember that for next time, guys. We are out of the cool down, and you guys are out of here. Give yourself some nice slaps on the back. Loosen up those shoulders a little bit if you want. You can do some arm, do some arm circles like so. Just like this. Nothing too crazy. So as every other day that I've streamed, and it seems like the past week and a half, it's raining again today. So as always, I just stepped in a big puddle. Now my leg's soaking wet. Shake off all that extra water you got on yourself. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. And I just realized I missed the wall and floor press on the last set. I apologize, guys. If you want to go ahead and do that on your own, that's my mistake. Like I said, the timing's throwing me off a little bit, so that's on me. I do apologize, guys. So sticking here with the kickouts, and we're going to go to some leg swings, like so. And now, unlike the warm-up, I just want little leg swings. Just getting some sensation in those limbs. Woo. And still a little bit of balance issues, as you can see. So if you are experiencing balance issues, as always, just make sure you have a wall next to you, you're holding on to that just in case. Let's do these for a couple more seconds, then we're going to switch sides, like so. Keep on getting that leg swinging, just to loosen it up a little bit and get some more sensory information in that hip capsule. We're going to kick them out one more time. You know, I was kind of wondering why I still had so much time on my timer left, and I'm like, what did I do wrong? I looked back at my list, and I was like, I missed the push-ups. That makes a lot of sense. So if you guys want to go back and just do 45 seconds of push-ups or a wall push-up or any type of pressing variation, go ahead and do it. I challenge you to go back and do that because I feel bad that I messed that up for you guys. But it's a little bit too late now because we're already in cool down. So speaking of cool down, grab a drink real quick. Get to the last part of the cool down. Now we're doing big, deep breaths in the nose and out of the mouth. So as always, what I want you guys to do is have 2 to 4 second inhale through the nose. So, and then a 4 to 8 second exhale through the mouth. What that's doing is just getting your body back into that rest and digest state. So it's nothing that's, really strenuous. We're just trying to get the body out of that strenuous state because especially this workout, now we're moving on to 45 seconds. Your body perceives this as a type of stress. So your body puts you in the fight or flight stage. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Say that you're at a protein shake bar, getting some protein shakes, and some guy bumps into you, and you get into that fight or flight where you think you're going to fight, but you don't know. That heightened awareness and sense in your nervous system, that carries over to when you're working out and doing exercises like this. It perceives this heightened blood pressure and heart rate and movement as a stressor, so it puts you in that fight or flight. So now we want to get you back down into that rest or digest so you can go have some more protein shakes. You know what I'm talking about. In the nose, out of the mouth, just like that. And this is a very vital part of your overall recovery, making sure that your nervous system gets back into that parasympathetic state, which is just a big fancy nerdy word that we like to use for the rest and digest. That's where you get all the aspects of recovery. That's where you get really the benefits from this workout once you get back into that fight or flight state. So that is all I have for you today, guys. Because of my time constraints and because of the length of these workouts, we're only going to be doing one workout. We're not going to be doing back-to-back sessions, but I will post this second workout for the 7:30 slot because the Restream app we use, we can't post videos within an hour after, so it has to be at least 7:30. If you guys have a better time that will work for you, shoot it in the chat and I'll post it for that. I'm really open to any suggestions. You guys make us. So you guys make us, and it's really about you. So we want to make sure whatever we're doing works best for you, not just for us. Because, we have other obligations like school and work and whatnot. But we can always find a way to work around those because we really care about bringing this health and fitness information and exercises to you guys because you guys are really what it's all about. So without further ado, that's all I got. I'm going to stick around. Last time I missed a question, so I'm going to stick around now. for about 2 or 3 minutes to see if you guys have any questions about any of the movements we did today, about any other things you can do outside of here that's going to help with your overall health and fitness. I'm not a registered dietitian, but I can give what I do, my own personal advice on what I do to you guys if you have any questions about that, or how to train or how to program an exercise routine for yourself. If you want to do something else outside of this, you can always contact us or shoot it in the chat right now. Remember, if you guys have any other types of questions, you can always reach out to us at our Facebook, Instagram, or Twitch accounts, and we'll always respond back to you guys, because like I said, we're doing this for you and really want to give back to the community, because we really feel like there's a huge disparity from health and wellness and access to that health and wellness. And even I'm going to school my master's degree right now, and the amount of times that I've been denied from even just research articles is ridiculous. It's they don't, someone high up in their big office with their big yachts and whatnot decided, hey, I don't want the dissemination of healthy lifestyle and the information about it I don't want it to be disseminated. So I don't know what their deal is, but it seems as if it's not just in the research field, it's in the health and wellness field, i.e. gym memberships, i.e. the entire stigma behind what you need to look like to go to the gym. That's why we do this, though, to get you guys out of that stigmatized environment and bring you into a loving, caring environment that just wants to see you exceed. So now that I'm done rambling, I don't see any questions or anything in the chat. That's all I got for you guys today. And if you want to go back and catch this workout right now, say you came in a little late, you can go find us on our Twitch page at Connected CHS, which is going to be uploaded as soon as I end the stream. Same thing with our YouTube page, Connected CHS, and same thing with our Facebook page, Connected Community Health Support. You can always find those recorded videos on there. So without further ado, I'm going to skedaddle, get ready for my biomechanics presentation, which I just cannot wait to give. So I will catch you guys on the flip side. Thanks for joining in as always, and I hope you have a great